Welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate you being here with me. So if you are an Amazon seller, then you know the importance of investing in some really good software to make you a good Amazon seller. Now, there is just so much software out there, and if you're investing in all of it, it really adds up quickly. So I'm kind of choosy with the softwares that I choose to invest in, just because I don't want to have to be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a wide variety of different softwares. So once I find something that I like to stick with it. And I found something new that my friends have been trying to convince me to try, and I just haven't because I was using so many other softwares. I finally gave it a try, and I said to myself, wow, why did you not try this sooner? It makes things so easy, and that is SellerAmp. So right now, for those of you who might not be familiar with SellerAmp, I want to show you exactly how I use it and how it makes my life 100 times less complicated than what I was doing before.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Barney with ProfitGuru. I'm a teacher, mother of 3, and Amazon FBA seller. Here at ProfitGuru, we're dedicated to trying strategies out and continually improving our own software to help other Amazon sellers just like you. So let's get started with the pricing of SellerAmp. As you can see here, there are a couple of different options, and it really depends on if you plan on having other people linked and using your account. So if it's really just going to be you doing so, then you can only get this one right here, $16.95. But if you want to be able to have access to more phones and more extensions, then you would go with this $22.95 a month plan. I also believe that I have a SellerAmp code that gives you an extended trial, and if I do, I will link that into the description below. Now let's go to Amazon so that we can really see how SellerAmp works. So what I like to start out doing is going to Amazon and searching for a store brand name. So in this case, I typed in Walgreens. So I can see here that there are some Walgreens brand floss picks. So I'm going to click on those. And now actually I'm going to click right back off of these because right here my IP alert just went off. So this is one reason why you're definitely going to want to invest in some IP software. This means that this product, people have been known to get intellectual property complaints from the brand. So as soon as this pops up, get right off of the product and go and find something else. Okay, so instead I went with Great Value, which is Walmart's brand name. So here I can see some enhancers for water, Great Value. So I'm going to click on this one, and I don't think we'll get an IP complaint here. Okay, so you can see that SellerAmp, you download it as a Chrome extension, and it just pops right up onto any listing that you're looking at. So I'm not going to take you through the full SellerAmp. There's so much to it. I'm just going to give you like a friendly, if you're not familiar with the program, how you could be using the program at a basic level. And then if you're interested in a more in-depth way to use it, I can make those later on. So for the interest of this video, if I was interested in selling this product right here, the first thing I do is I come over to SellerAmp, and I like to look over here where it's talking about the BSR, the best seller rank. Right here, this thumbs up or thumbs down gives you a really good indicator really quick if you should be going for this product. In this case, I see the thumbs down. So if this had the green thumbs up, then I would keep investigating further. But let me just show you what else this can do. So right here, I can see the BSR. Now, I like to stay in the top 1%. I want my items to be selling fast so that I can keep reinvesting that money and scaling higher and higher. So right here, I can see that this product is in the top 9%. That is not good. So that's probably the reason why this thumb is down right here, saying it's not really a go. But just to keep going so that you can see the software, right here, your eligibility is if you are eligible and on-gated to sell it. Right here, you can see the estimated number of sales per month. So this is a very slow mover. This is only getting an estimation of 4 sales a month. Now, right here, I love this. This is the max cost. So this is telling you that this is the very top number that you can pay for this product if you want to get a profit back in the end. So say I was able to find this item and get all 6 of them for $10.50. I would put that there as my cost price and hit enter. Now down here, it just calculated ROIs based on the buy price that I'm buying the products for. So if I wanted to get a profit back of what I spent on the item and get 100% ROI, I would have to sell this for $31.05. So this is really cool because I can see what the bottom dollar amount is that I can take to even just get the money back that I invested. We'll go up a little further.
Now, right here is cool because you can export the data right to Google Sheets, especially if you have VAs. It's going to save them a lot of time, not having to write down and transfer the information. They can just click on the sheet and it will upload right to there. This I like to see is the estimated time to sale. So you can expect how long by the time you put the inventory into the warehouse before you're going to get a sale. This says 6+ weeks for this item. So you would know right there that this is not something that you would want to invest in. You're not going to want to sit on it for 6 weeks before you actually make a sale. I can see that it's not hazmat, it's not dangerous goods, and I also still use my AMZ multi-tool to show me those things as well. If there are any variations to the listing, it would show you there, as well as if it is meltable. This is something that's important because now that we're in the warm season, Amazon will not accept any item that is classified as being something that could melt. And then typically you'll see a lot more here, but this only has one seller right now. And that's because this really is not a good item. So this has one FBM seller. I can see that they have 4+ in stock. This is the price they're selling it at. And this is the profit that they're making selling it for that price. But keep in mind that that's not going to have the cost of goods in it. So you can see that this definitely isn't something that they're making a profit on. I don't see how. If they're selling it for this price, how can they be getting 6 of them for $4.28. So it seems like they're losing profit on this item. But what I do like about this is if there were to be more sellers here, this is where I can start reverse searching and looking at what they have in their storefront. Now, this is the reason why I want to go with something that is a store brand name, because typically people who are selling brand names of the store, like Walmart, they're going to be arbitrage sellers. And chances are, not this specific seller, but most sellers only sell things that they see makes a profit. So by finding a seller that we can say is also an arbitrage seller, we can just look through all of the items that they have and hopefully find some really good leads for us to buy. So if I go right here and hover, I can see that this is from the seller, the wholesale clubs. They have 4 stars, 188 reviews. So these people clearly know what they're doing because you only get 1 review on every, I would say, 100 sales. So for them to have 188, this means that these sellers, they sell a lot. So I'm going to click in and I'm going to see the other products that they have. And this is where the magic can really happen with SellerAmp. Now, all of the items that the seller has in their store is loading up on this page for me to see. And not only the items, but all of the important information that I need to go along with the items. So here is their seller ID, so that if you find a seller that has a lot of items that you can just piggyback off, you can just get their seller ID and mark that down so that you can go back to it in the future. Their rating is 77%. They have 1,567 ASINs. So they are selling quite a good volume. The brand name is Equate and Great Value that they're going a lot with. So even though that specific product wasn't a good one that we found, this seems like this store could have potential. They have a ton of store name brand stuff, which tells me that these are going to be arbitrage items that I myself can also find and resell. I love these categories. This is looking really good. They have grocery, health, and beauty, which are the main things that I like to source in anyways. 627 grocery items. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be spending quite a bit of time on this store trying to reverse search. So then what you're going to want to do is the keep a chart, they pop right up. They're right there for you. So rather than having to try and have all these different tabs open and jumping all over the place to see if this is a good sale, literally everything that I need to know is right here in one place. So this first one is Belvita. I can see it's in the top 1%. That looks good. Now right here it says the max cost that I can pay for it to get a profit back for what I set in my SellerAmp for my percentage I wanted back. I can only spend up to $6.90. If I go anything above that, I'm not going to be getting my profits back. There's 9 offers on it. The buy box is currently at $23.94. I just assume most people know what the buy box is, but if you don't, if you're super new to Amazon, the buy box is when you go to Amazon to buy an item and you click add to cart, whoever is holding the buy box, their item just went into your cart and they made the sale. So whoever clicks add to cart right now, this is what the buy box is set to, and the seller that currently holds the buy box, they just made the sale. So you would definitely want to check things out. You would want to look at the graphs. Really what you're looking at with the graphs is a couple of things. You want to make sure that this is a steady seller, and you also want to make sure that the price point is steady. So if this is something that right now the buy box is at 23, but across time for the past 6 months, it's only been sitting at $15, you're going to need to know that. So you want to see what the average is across time, at least look at 3 months and then 6 months and then 12 months so that you know if the price, this buy price right here is going to stay steady. What does the trend look like? So you're going to want to get what could be the highest point to sell at and what could be the lowest point to sell at. Because if things go south and you have to end up listing it for this low price, you want to know if you're at least going to be able to get your money back. So if I thought this was a good product that I did want to sell, I would go right here then and just click on G, and it would bring me to Google to now try and find this item for that max cost price. So I would need 30 packs, 2 biscuits per pack, and $6.90 would be the max. That is kind of seeming like I can't do it, but let's click Google and see what we find. So right here, I have a 25 pack for $24.99. 25 pack for $21. Here's a 30 count, $17.99. So this item, it seems like, again, this would be a dud from their store. I would not be able to get a lot of money back, if any at all, by selling this item. No big deal. You go on to the next. So chicken of the sea, boneless pink salmon in the top 1%. So it seems like the seller has a lot of fast moving items, but they're not really making a ton of money on the items. But if you have thousands of items that you're selling, you don't really need to be making a ton of profit on it if you have thousands of ASINs. Let's see here. They have some Equate laxative. Those don't look like the gel ones, but the gel ones, the tabs, like the capsule ones, those would be considered usually to be meltable. So definitely be careful with those. You wouldn't want to purchase those and then find out that you can't sell them right now in the warm season. So that's basically what I do. I go through, I look at the item, I see to myself, I just ask myself, okay, do I think I could get it for that price? If I think I could, then I'm going to look over at the graph. I'm going to see the number of sellers, where's the buy box, how's it fluctuating? And then if I think it's something I want to pull the trigger on, then I will go to Google and start seeing where I can source it from. So I will probably take the time to go through that seller's storefront more just because they have so many items in the categories that I like. I think I could probably find a couple of winners, but it's probably going to take a while because it seems like a lot of what they're buying, they're not making a ton of money on. So I just came to another great value product, and let's see if we can find another seller so that we can start reverse sourcing their items that they have for sale. So if I come down here, this would be a thumbs up. So I would want to investigate it a little further. Buy box is at $13.41. Estimated sales $670 a month. So this product's moving pretty good. Either me or a VA must have already priced these because somebody put in $640 as the price that they could get it for. And if we bought it for $6.40, that would mean our profit back would only be 55 cents. So that is probably not going to fly for me. But we can come down here and see the other sellers that are on it where maybe we can find a good store to stock. So there are 53 offers on this listing. The low price is $12.49. And now I would just hover over to see, is there a good store that I might want to go on and check their products out? I don't want to go with somebody who is like lowballing and not making any profit because as you just saw with the last one, I kind of just jumped on that store just to show you guys the potential of SellerAmp, but that's not really what you want to do. You want to find a store that isn't just doing lowball offers because you're not going to want to buy those products and then compete with that person because they're keeping the price so low. So you're going to want to find sellers who they're actually making money back on the products. Here we can see that these sellers are only making about $1 on the products. So this person has 30 ratings and 5 stars. So this store here, they're not like hugely selling yet. They only have 30 reviews, but they're 5 stars. So if they get about 1 review every 100 sales and all of them have been 5 stars, then they probably sell pretty good items. I like to see more reviews, but with this listing, well, that one's not too bad. 211 reviews, 5 stars. Let's jump into the storefront and see what else they have for sale. All right, checking out the brands that they sell. This is important too, because if you know brand names that you're gated in, you're probably not even going to want to waste your time looking through their inventory. So they have ColourPop, Clinique, Garnier. Seems like a lot of health and beauty stuff. They do have 31 products in the grocery sector, a 99% rating. They have 125 ASINs. So if I look through, I can see some Dr. Teal products. Don't think I could get 2 of those for $2.98 and still make the profit back that I want to make. So there is a giant Uno game. Now coming into the summer season is definitely the time to start thinking about stocking up on your toys for Q4 when people are going to be purchasing a ton of toys for Christmas. So if I thought that I could get this for $6.30, could be possible. Buy box is sitting at $22. It is in the top 1%, so I know that they're selling pretty fast. So let's just click Google and see what we can buy it for. Yeah, that does not seem like it's going to happen. I see $14 here, the Amazon price, and Kohl's has it for $19.99. Especially if you have virtual assistants, this is a great way for them to source. Because yeah, it does take time to sift through the stuff, but SellerAmp makes it so that you're not clicking tabs. You're not going all over the place. Everything is literally in one spot. You have your Keep It charts, you have your ranks, what you need to buy it for. It's in one place. So there's going to be a lot of duds, of course. Every software, it's not just winner, but you're going to have to look through the duds to find the winning products. So this would be a great task to teach your virtual assistants how to use, and then they could quickly find really good leads for you. Hopefully they could strike some gold and find a really good storefront where just all of the items seem to be matching up. You can get it for the max cost price and it's bringing you back a profit. So that's the goal. So this is just one really great way that I was super excited that my friend finally convinced me to try this out, because I really think that this is a time saver just to have everything here and to have the capability to reverse source other people's stores is one of the best way to find arbitrage sellers that you can kind of piggyback on. They've already spent the time finding the sales. So now you just need to make sure that those are good buys and then do the same thing that they're doing, buy those same products. So hopefully this has been a good introduction for you guys on how to use SellerAmp and how powerful it is. And if you're interested in more SellerAmp videos in the future, then definitely let me know in the comment section and I will be happy to make that for you guys. See you next time. Bye.